One of Australia's richest tech founders built software that helps move goods across 130 countries. Now police are investigating allegations that he may have used immigration systems to move people. The allegations are denied. The investigation is ongoing, but in a single day, investors erased $2 billion from his company. This is the rise and potential fall of Richard White. Before the billions, before the boardrooms, Richard White was a guitarist, a refrigeration engineer, a man who repaired guitars for rock bands and worked with his hands. In 1994, he saw something the entire logistics industry had missed: a global trade system worth trillions of dollars, still running on paper. Disconnected, inefficient, ripe for disruption. He built CargoWise, a single platform connecting every element of global logistics into one system. The invisible infrastructure behind supply chains most people never think about. The software that keeps the world's shelves stocked. WiseTech listed on the Australian Stock Exchange in 2016. What followed was exceptional. 500% stock growth, revenue expanding at 30% a year. Richard White became one of the wealthiest people in Australia. And then the questions began. In October 2024, Richard White stepped down as chief executive. The company cited personal reasons, but reports pointed to something more serious: allegations of misconduct involving multiple women connected to the business. White denied the claims. According to media reporting, 3 women, including a former employee and a contractor, had made allegations of inappropriate behaviour. The details remained largely private, but for a company built on precision and trust, the reputational damage had already begun. And then it moved beyond the boardroom. In early 2025, a woman named Caroline Heidemann, a Brazilian national and former employee, filed legal action against Richard White in Australia's federal court. The claim alleged that White had provided financial support and visa assistance connected to a personal relationship. White denied the allegations in full. The nature of those allegations, if ever proven, would point to something beyond personal misconduct, a question of power, the power that comes with wealth to provide or withdraw support that another person's life in a country may depend on entirely. In April 2025, the matter settled out of court. No admission of liability, no public disclosure of terms. The case closed. The questions did not. Then came the police. By early 2026, WiseTech's board had been hollowed out by a series of departures. And into that space, Richard White returned as executive chairman. His supporters said the company needed its founder. His critics said the board had failed. The unresolved allegations had not gone away. Neither had the scrutiny, but the decision was made. And within months, it was overtaken by something far more serious than anything that had come before. In June 2026, it was reported that the Australian Federal Police's Human Exploitation Task Force had opened a formal investigation into Richard White. According to reports, the probe followed a complaint from Cathy Phelan, the former chief executive of Kicker, a firm connected to White's private business interests. According to reports, the complaint alleged that corporate documents had been used to fabricate a non-existent role, and that false information had been provided on a visa application, allegedly connected to a personal relationship. Richard White has emphatically and unequivocally denied any involvement in or with human trafficking. The market's response needed no translation. 18% erased in a single session. A stock once celebrated as one of Australia's finest, now at a 5-year low. No charges had been filed, but investor confidence had already delivered its verdict. As of this video, no charges have been filed, the investigation is ongoing. Richard White remains in his role. WiseTech Global continues to operate. The software that moves the world's goods has not stopped running. But the story asks a question that extends far beyond one man or one company. What obligations come with extraordinary wealth and power over people's lives? And are the systems designed to answer that question actually capable of doing so? What the investigation finds is ultimately for Australian law to determine. What is already certain, one of the country's greatest business success stories, now carries a shadow that no software update can remove. Subscribe to Scandalous Wealth for weekly investigations into elite money, corporate power, and the stories behind the headlines. All sources are linked in the description. We will keep following this story. See you at the next one.